Let's get started. Alright, so good morning, welcome to Thursday 9 o'clock Pilates. Good job getting up and keeping on with a good routine during this quarantine time. Hopefully some of you are still working hard at this point. We'll have some fun today. Again, as always, I'm going to try and give variations, more challenging, easier options. But please do leave some comments, leave some feedback for me whilst the class is going on, and if I can always modify things if there's things you need more of a challenge or less of a challenge or different options as we go. Enjoy. Okay, so we are going to start again with some walkouts and some rotation. We're going to try and get your hips, hamstrings, lower back moving nicely to start with before we go into our core work. So start at one end of your mat. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms up, fill up your lungs. Big deep breath. Breathe out, bring the hand down to the floor and walk out into a press up position. Take a deep breath in whilst you're here. And breathe out, slowly, slowly walking the hands all the way back in. Stand up, arms up. Deep breath in. Breathe out, bring the hands down to the floor. And again, we're going to walk all the way out into a press up position. Take a deep breath. And breathe out, walking the hands back in, try to push the hips up as high as we can. Deep breath in, arms up. Breathe out, hands down, and again we're going to walk out into that press up position one more time. And this time we hold. From here, we're going to let your left knee touch down and bring your right foot outside the right hand for me. Okay. From there, we're going to go into a rotation. Deep breath in and rotate. Look at your fingertips. Turn your head, turn your chest. Enjoy the stretch. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down. Switch legs. Right leg back. Left foot outside the left hand and reach up. Look for the fingertips. Turn through the chest. For the stretch, either in your hip or in the side of your back. 3, 2, 1, and the hand goes back down. We're going to do that again on each side. And again, we're going to really make sure your body is ready for the work it's about to do. So enjoy this starting bit, okay? Good, hand back down. We're going to do that one more time on the other side. Reaching up. Enjoy the stretch. Turn through the torso. 3, 2, and 1. Onto your hands and knees, I'm going to drop back into a child's pose stretch. I want you to have heels together, knees wide, and drop right back into a stretch for me. Okay, so really push the hips out, drop your head and chest down, and really walk the hands out in front. As your head is touching onto the ground, try and walk the hands a fraction further, get a little bit more stretch for me. And then just take a very gentle lean into one side and then into the other side. Feel that stretch come up through the top half of your back, under your armpits, into the shoulder, through the side of your back. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going back into a lunge position. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're going to a hip flexor stretch. So left foot goes forward, lean forward. Squeeze your glutes and abs, engage. So don't pop your rib cage forward, lean into it and squeeze your glute. As you push the hip forward, you're going to feel a stretch into the front of your hip. Keep leaning until you feel that stretch. Make sure that left knee is a little bit wide so it gives you room to lean your chest forward. Feel the stretch, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs, we do the same on the other side. So right foot comes forward, squeeze the glute, lean forward from your chest. Push forward, right knee a little wide, lean forward so you feel a little stretch into the hip flexor. If you don't feel much of a stretch, it's okay. But again, we want to make sure we're prepared. We're going to do that again on each side. Left foot forward, lean into it, squeeze your glutes, lean into it, drive forward, feel a little stretch into the front of your hip. 3, 2, 1, and we'll do that one more time. Knee wide, lean forward, squeeze the glutes, feel the stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Final little prep for your back, the cat-cow stretch. So onto your hands and knees, eye lines straight down at your mat. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. From here, Create a little pelvic tilt, roll through your spine. Start from your hips and work towards your head. Pull up through the belly button, up through the rib cage. Shoulders start to drop, chin tucks in, and pull up, extend through your back as much as your range allows you to. And then reverse, start with the head. Head starts to come up, shoulders relaxed, collarbones push down, rib cage push down, lower back arches, eyeliners straight out ahead. And then reverse again. Start from the hips, create that tilt, roll through your spine, pull the rib cage up, shoulders tuck in, head tucks down. And then again we reverse, start with the head, extend into the shoulders, collarbones push down, rib cage extends, lower back rolls into that movement. Good, one last time. Roll up. Pelvic tilt, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, pull up through the rib cage, shoulder tucks down, chin tucks in. And reverse one more time, roll through the spine. And lifting the head and chest as the rib cage drops down. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very good indeed. Okay, so now we're going to get you a little bit more challenged in setting up through your abs. So, as per normal, and again, we're going to do this almost every time, so I really want to make sure people get this. And a lot of the feedback I've had is that people sometimes struggling to get some of these ranges, so we're going to do some very basic pelvic tilt, and then we're going to go into an ab prep exercise, okay? So don't find it easy. I want you to try and get the most out of this movement, okay? So hands by your side, knees bent, feet flat. Again, if you've got a Pilates ring or a resistance band, you can pop that around your knees. That will help you get a little bit more tension into your glutes. From there, we pelvic tilt. You pull your rib cage down, we pull your belly button down, we squeeze your glutes, we squeeze your abs, and we lift your backside 1 inch off the floor, and then relax. That's all we're trying to do, is create this little tilt. If you're someone who sleeps in a very fetal position, you really curl up, this should be something that you do to start your day every day. If you sleep in a fetal position, you get curled up, you're going to get tight through your hips and back. This is what you need to remedy that situation. We want to get to a point where you feel so comfortable rolling through your hips that you can extend your spine in both directions, you can feel your abdominals work, and you can feel your glutes work. That should be a really simple movement where you become very comfortable rolling through your spine. If as I'm talking you can do this now, that's great. Don't take it for granted, keep practicing. Get better and better at rolling into that motion, getting your glutes and abs to really engage. As you start to feel comfortable and you feel good, you can start to lift a little bit higher, start to think about your glutes and abs working a little more, maybe a little pause at the top whilst you feel that hard work. If you're finding it tough to get the range, you can use your elbows a little bit, but I want this to be about your glutes and abs. Don't try and cheat it with other parts of the body. One more time. Right up as high as you can. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Hands across your chest. Let your hips drop down 1 inch. Squeeze the glutes, lift them back up. Down 1 inch and back up. Good. Shouldn't take you long to feel a good bit of tension into your glutes. Shouldn't be difficult yet, but you should start to feel it. If you did the resistance band class yesterday and Pilates on Tuesday, you may feel your legs a little bit from those, but nothing too crazy. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hug the knees in, little squeeze, little rock side to side. Okay, so we're going to go into another ab exercise, okay? So you're going to stay lying down on your back. We're going to think a little bit now about toe touches, but really controlling it from our breath, okay? And again, we've discussed this a few times. And again, I want you to feel comfortable doing this and really getting those deeper pelvic floor muscles working, okay? So, feet down, hands by your side, palms up, your arms aren't touching the floor. Deep breath in, fill your lungs as much as you can. With that deep breath, you're going to breathe out, and at the same time, you're going to lift your shoulders and head off of the floor. Using those upper abdominals, you're going to pull your rib cage down as you breathe out. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. You're going to breathe all the way until there's no air left. Keep breathing. You do a little cough and relax back down. As I've explained, coughing and throwing up are the two ways your deep pelvic floor muscles engage. We're not going to make you throw up, but we are going to make you cough. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Lift into it. And as you get more comfortable, you'll get a bit more range. You'll feel more ab engagement. And back down. And you're going to keep going each time until you feel that little cough. Deep breath in and we go again. Each time you do it, you should feel your abs working. If you're not, think back to what we just did before, the pelvic tilt, and really get that pelvic tilt first. That's only going to help you get more abdominal work and get a better position where you're going to lift your head and chest off the floor. Deep breath in, and we breathe out again. Challenge that range, go a little bit further. Good, deep breath in. We're going to do 3 more here, okay? Breathe out, lifting up. Challenge that range, get a little bit further, but don't tuck the chin down. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Good, twice more. Deep breath in. And breathe out, reach for your toes, lift through the head and chest. Tuck down as hard as you can through the abs, feel them work. One more time for me, deep breath in. Feel your lungs as much as you can. And breathe out. Lift the head and chest. Don't tuck it down. Keep the head up. Lift through the collarbones and lift through those abs. Keep breathing out. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Hug the knees in. Little rock side to side. So even a little movement like that should begin to get your abs to work. If you're not feeling your abs after doing a few repetitions of that like that, or to do that kind of duration of work, it means you need to try and pull yourself a little bit harder. Get better at that pelvic tilt so you can pull harder through your abdominals in that movement, okay? Okay, we're going to go into a couple of movements to give you some rotation now, because we're going to add your obliques and your QL, which are muscles in the side of your back, as we challenge themselves more today. So we're going to do a pendulum stretch first. So hands wide, palms down, knees and feet together, just allowing your knees to drop from side to side. Try and make sure your shoulders stay down. I don't want to see them lifting as you rotate. We're just trying to create this movement through your torso, turning the hips each time. We want to add to this movement a little bit of ab and oblique activation, thinking about what we've just been doing. So reset yourself back to the middle, legs up into tabletop. So knees above your hips, feet flat, 90-degree bend at the knee. Knees and feet stay together on this exercise, hands wide. We're going to do the same thing. Keep the shoulders down and go as far as you can. Now it might be a short range for you, but I want you to get to a point where you get a really good stretch. If you can get all the way down to the floor, great, lovely work. But if you can't, it doesn't matter. I just want you to move and rotate until as you turn, you're going to start to feel that stretch into the side of your body. Keep the hands down, keep the shoulders down, enjoy the stretch. It's pretty normal if you've got one side that's a little bit better than the other. That's pretty normal for human beings. Don't be surprised. Good. One more to each side for me. Good. Last one. Good. Back to the middle. We're actually going to turn over for the next bit. We're going to do a thread the needle movement, okay? So I want you to pop onto your hands and knees for me. Just as we were for that cat-cow stretch earlier, and we're going to do a little bit of thread the needle. So that means you're going to take your right arm under your left, palm up. Along the floor, you're going to gently touch the floor and reach forward. As you're going to reach, that shoulder is going to come down towards the ground and rotate through your body. Pause for a second, bring the arm back, and then switch arms. And do the same, going the other side, getting the shoulder right down into the stretch. We're going to do 5 on each side for me now. Deep breath in. Breathing out. Try and let your breathing control the rhythm of this exercise. So no hyperventilating, You're nice and controlled as we go through this range. Good. 2 more on each side. Good. 1 more on each side. Good. Lovely stuff. Just shake the arms out just a little bit. And again, we're going to go flat onto your back. So last little bit of lying work for a few minutes. Again, we're going to lie down a little bit. We're going to make sure we're prepared. We're going to go into a leg drop, okay? So it's going to be hands just out to your side a little bit, not flat all the way 90 degrees, but about 45 degrees, just something to give you a position to put your hands down into to make you nice and supported. We're going to go into some leg drops. So, legs up into a tabletop position. So again, knees above your hips, 90-degree bend or so at the knees, feet flat. If you want your feet slightly higher, that's okay, I don't mind that. What I don't want to see is feet dropping lower, okay? I'd rather they're a little higher than a little low. Hands down, think about your ab control. So as you're holding that tabletop position, if your back is arching, you'll feel your back creating tension, think about that tilt. So come back down, squeeze your abs, squeeze the glutes, flatten your back, legs come up. Feel like your abdominals control the movement. From here, breathe in, take 1 foot, touch the ground, come back up. Same on the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your breathing control this movement. So it's just a controlled movement of dropping the legs up and down. Now, if you're someone who struggles with a little bit of lower back tension, and I got a message from someone saying when we did this last time they felt a little bit into their back, I want you to take a little bit of what we call a curled position, so ab prep position. That's going to help that, okay? So all that is that you take your hands so you support your head. Don't pull them forward. You don't want to see your elbows, keep the elbows wide, and just feel like your head sits into your hands a few inches off the floor. From that position, it's going to enable you to keep a slightly easier forward tilt here, and that'll help you flatten out through your back. So if you need to take that position, you can. If you're comfortable just there, continue. Now if a single leg is a little easy, you're not feeling those core muscles work, then of course you can breathe in and take both legs down and coming back up. But again, as you come down, if you feel your back is arching, your rib cage is lifting, that's no good. Go back to the version before, just the single leg, and continue with it. We want to get you really good at moving, and that is the point of Pilates. And again, a lot of the feedback I've had, and I've spoken to a few of you in the messages about what we're doing, is that Pilates is there to make you move really, really well. If you're trying to use Pilates as an exercise type where you should be getting hot and sweaty and you're trying to be as challenged as you can, that's not the point. Pilates is designed to make you move really, really well. So that's why we do it. We try and make sure that your function is as perfect as possible, that you have no aches, no pains, and you move in the correct way. From there, especially during this quarantine period, that's where we can go and do other exercise types, and we will in the next week or so be adding some more high intensity classes, things like that, so we can begin to challenge you more and more now that you're doing more of this and you're moving better. But again, don't be afraid to go for a run, challenge yourself in other ways where you can work to a more intense level after you've been doing things like Pilates. Going for about another 15 seconds, keep challenging those abs, let your breathing control the movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch over nice and quickly into a plank position, okay? We're going to go challenge you into another ab movement, almost the opposite ab movement, okay? So on your forearms and on your toes in a plank position. So, flat back, squeeze your glutes and abs. Left knee touches the ground, lifts back up, same on the right knee. And we're just going to keep that motion going at a decent speed, up and down. Eye line straight down between your hands. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Deep breath. We're going to do this twice more. 3, 2, and 1. Plank position, let's go. One knee down, then the other. Keep that going, control your breathing. If you're finding it difficult, it's tough for your back, or it's just tough for your abs in general, do it the opposite way around. Go into a half plank and lift up into a single leg plank, in sort of the opposite movement. So you're keeping a base of stability, and you'll still work through your abs just to set that position for me, okay? If not, keep going up into that full plank. Knee touching down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Again, just sit yourself up. Move the back a little. And we are going to do that one more time. Okay. Set your plank position up onto your toes. 3, 2, 1. Good. One knee down, and then the other. Keep the hips nice and stable. Squeeze your glutes and abs. Think about the exercises we've done to control your core position. That pelvic tilt, that deep contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Drop your hips down to your heels, chest to your knees, into a child's pose stretch. And now, I think you are warmed up and ready to start working a little bit harder. Grab yourself a very quick drink. Okay, so before we move on to our first challenging exercise, we're going to set your shoulder position. So we're going to think about what we call a retraction, okay? So hands by your side in a kneeling position for me. Think again about using your abs, using your core, using your glutes so you're nice and stable. From here, all I want you to do is let your hands go from the front of your hips to the back of your hips. And that movement of your arms forward and back is not controlled by your arms now, but by your back. I want you to move your shoulder blades together. And then relax, let the hands come forward. So squeeze between your shoulder blades, and then relax. And that's all it is. That's all you're doing is trying to squeeze into the middle of your back. We're going to take 60 seconds just to do this. Some people, again, find it really difficult. If you sit at a desk all day, or again, if you sleep quite fetally, this might not be a good position for you. You might find this difficult. Keep that abdominal set. Don't change your position, but squeeze into the middle of your back. Try and create as much contraction as you can. And I want to challenge you now, without using your arms, to feel that squeeze in the middle of your back. As you continue to do that, really set the abs, and also don't hunch the shoulders. See if you can really pull the shoulders apart. Feel as much set into the middle of your back as you can. Okay, we're going to change that movement and add some rotation for the shoulders. So, elbows bend, palms flat towards the ceiling. This is called a dumb waiter. Imagine you've got a dinner plate in each hand. Keep the elbows tucked into the body. I don't want to see them flying away. Same movement. Relax the arms, but the hands are going to turn wide. And as they do, you're going to open through your chest and you're going to squeeze between your shoulder blades. Again, you want to feel that set in the middle of your back. Again, making sure as we come back that we're nice and stable, feeling it just in the middle of our back. I don't want to see this motion of the rib cage popping forward, okay? So it's just that squeeze into the middle of your back. Good, a couple more for me. One more. You should really start to feel yourself squeezing in the middle of the back. And now we're going to do the same thing in a fly motion, okay? So hands out in front, slight bend in your elbow. Palms face each other. Breathe in, take the hands wide, squeeze in between your shoulder blades, and control as they come back out in front. Squeeze, and back. Your arms are relaxed, you're using the middle of your back as much as you can. You're pulling your shoulder blades together as hard as you can. Each repetition, try that a little bit more. Squeeze that a little bit harder through these muscles under your armpits into your side of your back. If you're not that strong there, this is how we get strong. Two more. One more time. Hold it, squeeze through the shoulder blades, engage the abs. 3, 2, and 1. Again, just big circles for the arms, shake them out. Good. Now for everyone's favorite exercise, we go for push-ups, okay? Again, if you did some in my class yesterday, then great. You get to do even more. And everyone knows that the best way to get better at push-ups is to do more push-ups. If you've forgotten that, then I'm glad to remind you. So, we're going to start with a half push-up, and then we'll just take that challenge from there and make it harder and harder, okay? Again, if you need to regress, or you need other options, or things are difficult, again, leave me a message, let me know, and I'll always try and give you individual advice as much as I can. So, press up position, hands below your shoulders in a half plank. And when you're all in a half plank, I want anyone in a full plank position for this one, because we're really going to challenge your arms. What I don't want you to do is get tired here, because there's going to be some more core work going on later. I don't want you to be too fatigued here to get through that, okay? So, half plank position. The reason we're going to do that is we're going to add time under tension, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lower down towards the ground, elbows point back diagonally behind us, chest down to the ground. Pause just above the ground for 3, 2, 1, push back up, okay? We're going to do that again. Control down, 1 inch off the floor, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, how many of you forgot about the exercise that we just did? Hopefully you didn't, but I now want you to think about it, okay? As you lower yourself down into that push-up, pull your shoulder blades together. Try and separate across your chest as the elbows go a little bit wide. Don't take them really wide, still in that diagonal position, but pull, squeeze into the middle of your back, and push back up. Now, if you get that correct, your push-up is going to get really, really, really easy. You're going to get loads more power because you're going to be able to load into your chest. You're going to set through those muscles in your back, and that's how we get good at push-ups, okay? We get technically fantastic. Control down, pause, drive up. Still maintaining a little ab squeeze. I don't want to see anyone's ribcage falling forward. Good. Keep going. 3 seconds at the bottom if you can. Good. 2 more for me. Try and keep that 3 seconds at the bottom. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Control it down. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Set your ab position. Down. 3, 2, 1. And up. Lovely work. Shake the arms out just a little bit. And we're going to go into a side plank now. Okay, so we did some of these last week. And again, people found them pretty tough, so we're going to keep working on them, okay? So we're going to just start with a base version. Again, if you're happy to go into a full side plank, you can. Again, I just want to teach a regression for some people that mentioned it. The progression is to go into a kneeling side plank. So that's right arm down, right knee down. Lift the hips up, arm up towards the ceiling. Think about lifting the hips, squeeze into your ab, squeeze under your armpit. I want to see on shoulder hunching up, top arm up, hold that position. If you're feeling strong, the left foot comes out just in front of the right and reach up. Hold that position. Pull away from the floor as much as you can, using these muscles into the side of your torso. Hold there. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the hips drop down. Take a deep breath. We go again. 3, 2, 1. Arm up, lift up, squeeze away, pull away from the floor. Reach the hand for the ceiling. That'll help. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. Spin around. Same on the other side. Left arm down. Again, if you want to go kneeling, that's your regression option, pushing through that left knee, reaching up with the right arm, lift away from the floor, that's the tough bit, remember. We do that for 10, 9, again, if you want the legs extended, that's harder. Right foot in front of the left, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. We come back up. Arm up, push through the feet, and again, clear the hips away from the floor. We 10-second hold here, but make sure you're working hard the whole time. Reach the arm up, lift away. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Very good. Back into your push-ups. We're going to do 6 repetitions, 3-second hold at the bottom. Kneeling position still for me. Again, we'll go into a fuller option on the last 2 sets if you need to. Set your position, elbows pointing slightly back behind you. Control down, squeeze between your shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1, back up. Keep this going. Control down. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1, and up. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1, and back up. Very good. Straight back into a side plank now. And again, you're going to start to build the muscle in the side of your torso. Well, that's not your obliques. This is a muscle called your QL, into the side of your back. Really important corset muscle of your body. So again, side plank this time. All we're going to do is we're going to add rotation. Okay, we're going to think about that thread the needle we did earlier. We create the same thing in a side plank now. So right forearm down. Again, knees is your regression. Arm is up, and you're reaching underneath. Reach and reach, and look for your fingers as you go through that whole motion. 10 times, that's your challenge. If you want to do it onto your feet, again, left foot forward, reach into it. We're doing for 10. 7 more. As you reach under, you can always try and push your hips up a little higher, pushing up off of your toes of the left foot, and you'll work even harder. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. Good. Spinning round, we go straight into the other side. Again, the regression is to start on your knees, top arm up, left arm is down, right arm reaches underneath if you need to start from that position. Don't ever let those hips drop, push them away. If you're ready though, up into that full side plank position, the arm reaches right underneath, push the hips up off of the toes, and you'll get a little bit more challenge into those muscles, into the side of your torso. As we add the rotation now, you'll start to work more into your obliques. 3 more. 2. 1 more time. Good, lovely work. Again, shake the arms out, little lean side to side. 1 more set of push-ups with this same hold at the bottom, okay? It's going to be more push-ups later, don't worry. But one more set with that 3-second hold at the bottom for me, okay? Get set into that forward position, elbows pointing slightly back. When we're ready, control down. 3, 2, 1, and up. 6 reps here, let's go. Again, as you control down, squeeze between your shoulder blades for me. Good, control down. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1. 3 more, let's go. 3, 2, 1. And again. 3, 2, 1. 1 more time. Control down. 3, 2, 1. And up. Sink your weight back, hips down to your heels, chest to your knees. Reach the arms out into a child's pose stretch. Try and extend into that position. Little sway from side to side will also get you a little bit more stretch into the side of your back. Okay, we're going to go into a 4-point kneeling position now. So hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. From here, we're just going to go into some extensions, get a little bit more glute and ab control. So, you're going to take your right foot back, extend it away so it is 1 inch off the floor. I don't want to see it lifting up, just down so it's 1 inch off the floor. As you hold that position, look back at your left leg. Left leg should be vertical. I don't want to see it leaning over. Keep it set, okay? We're going to challenge everything we worked on today. Everything about how we set through that glute control. We've been working on abs, obliques, and those muscles in our back. So maintaining that position, you're going to bring the right knee forward so it comes just above the mat and pushing back out. Just this nice controlled motion of in and out. Now as you're moving in and out, what I don't want you to do is sink your weight too far back. The weight should be about 60-40 legs to arms. I don't want this to be uncomfortable for your wrists. If it is, just shift a little bit more weight back until it's comfortable. As you move the leg in and out, nice and slow, see how stable you can be. Pull up through your abdominals, make sure you're not dropping your rib cage down, and a little squeeze under your armpits, thinking about the work we've done to set that position. Shouldn't be too challenging. So as you continue, on your left hand, come onto your fingertips for me. And you should notice it doesn't change too much. The work is still derived between the right arm and left glute to stabilize you, right glute working to extend. So the left leg doesn't do, left arm doesn't do too much in this movement. In fact, you might find that you can actually take it an inch off the floor or even bring it across your chest. Some people like to bring it to their abs just to make sure they're really setting into that position. But again, just let it be nice and relaxed. Don't hunch the shoulder, squeeze under the armpit and set the position. If you can't take the hand away, keep at least fingertips down to keep that challenge as you move in and out. Now you should, as you continue to move in and out, get a little bit of work into your left glute, trying to set that and stabilize that hip position, okay? But we want more work. We really want your glutes to fire up in this position because that's going to mean what we call a posterior sling. So opposite shoulder to hip works really hard. So to really make it work, we're going to add a little bit of range to that movement. So rather than bending it in, keep the legs straight and bring it out to the side of the room and back. Your toes barely an inch off the floor the whole time, but see if you can keep your body as still as you can. See if you can keep your abs squeezed. See if you can keep your glute engagement. And you should begin to feel these muscles work nice and hard as we go through this movement. Challenge your range a little bit. See how far you can go without the rest of your body counteracting. See if you can stay on your fingertips or even hover the hand away, making sure your abs and glutes are working hard. 5, 4. Remember, if it gets uncomfortable for the hand, shift a bit of weight back, more weight back into the leg. 3, 2. We're going to take the leg back and hold. This time your left arm is going to come out to the side of the room for me. So from here, as you bring your right knee forward, your left hand is going to touch your right knee and then back out. In and out. We're going to go for 10 repetitions here, okay? So 6 more. Keep the back lifted, eye line down. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Hand out wide. Right leg extended, just an inch off the floor. Lift up through your abs and hold. For another 10, 9, 8, 7. Just feel the left glute working to stabilize you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing yourself up, just shaking the legs out a little bit. Grab yourself a quick drink, and we're going to do the same onto the other side. Good to see more of you in. Katie, you're here. Hattie, you're here. That's great. Barry's here. Julian's here. S. Redfern, hello. Asami, good morning. Goldie, good to see you. Carolina's here. Good stuff. All right. Same 4-point kneeling exercise on the other leg now. And then we're going to do more push-ups. I haven't forgotten. You're not going to get out of doing your push-ups. So, 4-point kneeling position for me. Hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. When you're ready, it's the left leg that's going to extend away and hold. Think about making sure the right leg stays vertical. I don't want to see it leaning over. Make that glute control you. A little bit of weight back into that leg. Don't let this be uncomfortable for your wrists. When you're ready, left leg comes in and away. Just an inch off the floor. I don't want to see that leg lifting up. The higher that leg goes, the more you're going to dip into your lower back, okay? So keep it low and pull up through your abdominals. Challenge your abs to balance you in that position. Nice and slow in and out. Let your breathing control it. Don't rush through the movement. You'll start as we did before to get into a position where you're feeling your right arm doing very little. So again, if you want to just relax the weight, fingertips, or even pop the hand an inch off the floor, again, you can challenge yourself in that position. Some people like to take the hand away so they can feel that they're controlling their hips, feel the glute work, feel the abs engage as you're there. But if you need fingertips, that's absolutely fine. Good. 2 more, then we're going to go into that side extension with the leg, okay? So, take the leg away, bring both hands back down. Again, go back onto fingertips in a second. From that position, take it wide and bring it back. Take it wide and bring it back. Think about setting your glutes and abs. As you take the leg away, try not to slide from side to side. Try and be as stable as you can. That is the challenge. That is why we work on this 4-point kneeling movement, is to make you as stable as you can, as controlled through your glutes and abdominals as possible. I talked a little bit earlier about Pilates making you great. Pilates will make you move great if you get movement like this perfect, okay? So keep taking that leg wide. Don't allow yourself to change position. That way, if you go running, if you go weightlifting, if you do these other things, you're going to be able to do those things at a much, much better level because you're going to be able to control your position, okay? So remember, we want to use this movement. Yeah, we're going to work hard. Yeah, we're going to build stronger glutes, stronger abs. But we use this as a supplemental tool. It's not the only part of our training program, okay? So for now, if you're only doing Pilates, you better make sure you're doing my resistance band class and you're going to look out for my high intensity classes coming up in the future. Squeeze into your abs, set through the back position. Fingertips on the hand, again is your challenge. Squeeze under your armpit, don't let the shoulder hunch. 3, 2, 1, take the leg back. This time right hand out wide if we can. Bring the knee in, touch the knee, take it back away. Don't let the back arch, keep that ab set. In and out. Three more. 2 more. One more time. Take the leg back, hold, take the hand wide, lift up through the abs, squeeze and hold, another 5, 4, 3, 2, should feel that glute of work, 1, and relax. Good, pop yourself up, we go into a little leg swing, bring a bit of life back to the legs. Again, you should have felt those glutes work real hard to set that position. And switching. Good, lovely stuff. Now I promised you more push-ups. It's going to be your lucky day. Okay, so we are going to do what is known as a half and half push-up, okay? So I want you to all to try this. And again, how far down you get is entirely up to you, but that's something that I want you to work on, okay? So we're going to do a full push-up into a half push-up. So that means we start in a full press-up position, and we are going to lower ourselves down as controlled as we can in a push-up. We're going to control down, get close to the ground, our knees will touch, and we'll push back up in that half push-up position. We'll then come back up onto that full push-up, control down, pause, knees down, push back up. Now again, even if you can only control down an inch from that full push-up before your knees touch down, that's absolutely fine. But I want you to challenge yourself as much as you can. Learn to control the movement down, okay? Now as you do that, again, I want you to think about what we did earlier, about that setting of our shoulders and back. So as you control to the floor, squeeze between your shoulder blades. That will enable you to set and control the movement. If you just hunch your shoulders to your ears, you're going to lose your position. Good. If you can get really strong and comfortable here so that you can do this movement pretty easily, then definitely just do full push-ups for me. Just crack on and go with full push-ups, as many as you can. But for those learning, this is how we get good at them. We control the eccentric, which is the load towards the ground. We learn about that tricep press on the way back up. We're going to go for about another 30 seconds. And again, the slower you control towards the ground, the harder you're going to work. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good stuff. Shake the arms out. We're going to go into a dead bug movement now. Again, we did these last week. Let's see if you can get even better at them. So, lying flat on your back, and that should feel quite nice now. Legs up into tabletop, squeeze your glutes and abs just like we did all day. The things we've been teaching you to be great at, okay? From there, legs up and hold. Your hands point towards the ceiling, keep the hands shoulder width apart. As your right leg drops down, your left arm is going to go past your left ear. Touch the ground, just gently with the toes, and bring the leg and the arm back up. So opposite arm, opposite leg. It takes a little bit of multitasking, which I'm sure you're all great at. Or I'm sure you tell your partners that you're great at it. Now you can prove it. As you continue with that motion, maintain that flat back. No one arching up, no one taking tension in their back, okay? If you find it's a little easy, straightening the legs on the way down is going to make that a harder motion, okay? You're going to put more tension on controlling your back, but that can be harder. The other option is just to simply go slower. The slower the movement, the more tension your ab is going to get. Pause just above the ground before coming back. And it shouldn't take too long now to start to get those abs to engage. They've really worked for a lot of the movements today, even when you don't feel them working, they're kind of holding to stabilize you. In the push-ups, the 4-point kneeling exercises, those side planks, they're still working hard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hug the knees in, little squeeze, little rock side to side. One more set of push-ups to go. And this time we're going to go just into a kneeling push-up, and we're going to do a half push-up, okay? We're going to try and burn out a little bit into your arms, keep the abs a little bit out of this one, okay? So, half plank position. And I want you to think about your hips being not in half plank completely, just slightly stuck up, okay? All we're going to do from there, curl your toes under, that'll help you be nice and stable. Just bring your chest down and up. And we're going to keep going and do as many as we can in 60 seconds, okay? So don't worry about necessarily getting tired, having to take a break, that's fine. When I say go, we're going to try and get as many as we can in 60 seconds, okay? And I want you to leave a comment on how many you can do. I want to know what everyone's doing, all right? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So down and up. Don't rush. Think about what we've done today, about how we squeeze between our shoulder blades. Think about how we use the middle of our back, how we use our abs and glutes. As you come down, again, elbows aren't wide. We're pointing the elbows back behind us. That way our shoulders don't hunch and we keep the movement through the middle of our back. Keep working hard. If you did the resistance band class yesterday, you're probably feeling this a little bit already. If so, that's great. And if your arms are getting tired, that's perfect. This is push-ups. They're meant to get tired. We're nearly there. Last 5, 4, get a couple more reps. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. That should have really toasted your arms. Shake them out. Last exercise, we go into a dead bug again. Flat onto your back. Nice deep breath. Legs into tabletop. Arms pointed at the ceiling. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Control and back. Set a nice constant tension to this movement. Don't switch off. As soon as one arm and leg gets back, the other one goes. Control down. Be a little slower than normal. Give yourself more tension. Seconds. I know that seems a long time here. Keep setting your back, flatten through your abs. Keep working as hard as you can. "15 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hands out wide, little pendulum stretch like we did earlier. Just let both knees drop from side to side. And again, hug the knees in and just take a little rock from side to side. Good. Pop yourself up into a kneeling position. Just like we did earlier, hands relaxed by your side and just squeeze into the middle of your back. And relax. Little squeeze. And relax. I only see one comment on how many reps have been done in the push-ups. I want to see more comments. I want to know how many you did. Over 20, that's not bad, Laura. Good work. Really squeeze between the middle of your back, relax the arms, and then come into a big loop now. Stretch out through the shoulders a little bit. And then reverse it the other way. Good. Little lean from side to side. Link the fingers one last time, push it up towards the ceiling. Take a little lean. Bring the hands out wide, swing them forward, and give yourself a round of applause. We worked hard today, you did great. Have what I hope is a lovely day, have what I hope is a lovely weekend. Again, please don't eat all your Easter chocolate and ruin all your hard work, but definitely go and enjoy the sunshine, take a nice walk outside. There will hopefully be a yoga class on Sunday. We're just finalising the details of how that's going to happen, but you will see it on the Lanserhof Instagram page. There will be details about that, so do look out for it. Again, it was a pleasure. Please, again, leave me any messages. Let me know how you got on with the push-ups, but again, anything you want to see, any requests you have for the sessions, let me know. And again,
Have a great day.